Welcome to a world where every color you've ever seen signifies a story, represents values, and embodies cherished traditions. Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle Magana, and today I will be discussing this bright and vivid world known as Mexican culture. Being a part of Mexican culture has allowed me to gain my personal understanding, connections, and experiences. I do believe it's essential and important for people to know and understand the relevancy behind Mexican culture, to know the complexity behind it. In this speech, I will be discussing the importance of Mexican culture, describing my artifact known as Talavera pottery, and talking to you guys about the significance of both Talavera pottery and Mexican culture in my life. Let's begin by discussing the importance of Mexican culture. So, Mexican culture is characterized on valuing specific virtues that represent a framework of personal behavior on a person. I would say that this culture is surrounded and strongly encouraged to practice your own religion. At a young age, my parents had always told me and insisted for me to pursue Christianity, which has brought me so many virtues into my life. I would say resilience, hospitality, humility, hope, faith, etc. The list can go on and on. A wide range of traditions are also commonly followed in Mexican culture too, and I was also at a young age exposed to these traditions like seeing quinceañeras, having my own quinceañera at first hand. It was a really nice event and gathering that I was able to experience myself. Or we have traditions like the Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos, where you cherish your loved ones that have passed. Or you have traditions like the Holy Week, La Semana Santa, where it is more so the intake of religion and culture too. Essentially, both of these events are events that represent lively events. This brings me into my next point, describing Talavera pottery, of course, and its representation in Mexican culture. So this piece of art here is my representation of Talavera pottery. I do not have the piece itself because I am currently not living with my parents anymore, though we are going to work with what we have. And it shows Mexicans' heritage, and it is infused with a sequence of bright, vivid colors, as we see. It is found in the homes of many Hispanics and traditionally is used in gatherings where they are able to talk about the infusion of colors, the background of it, the why and where they got it from, and it's just an experience where people are able to understand the culture of a person. The artifact also portrays and conveys beliefs that signify stories behind it. Like Talavera pottery, it comes with so many shapes, and it also is infused with so many geometric shapes too. In the exterior portion of it, you can see flowers, you can see animals that are also placed on it, and they all represent so much to it. And this also allows me to talk about a story where I had my first time flying out to Mexico, and in Mexico I was able to immediately notice the difference in buildings. And I love to talk about this because the buildings there are just super bright, super vivid. The colors, the sequence is just filled with like joy, I'd say. Whereas here they're more so dull and neutral colors. In, let's say, the homes of a family, in Mexico you'll see blue, pink, red, orange, straight full of those colors. Here you'll see gray, a light beige, colors that are just more so common here. And looking at this, I was able to realize how bright and vivid our culture, or my culture as Mexican culture, is. Like Talavera pottery, it is infused with the colors of vibrancy. Lastly, I would like to explain the significance of Mexican culture and Talavera pottery in my life. So Sharing this topic is extremely important as I am able to allow you guys to know my own knowledge, my background information. So the social norms in Mexican culture are strongly influenced and practiced in my life. And though it has been more so seen that people just do not want to practice these traditions and norms, I would and do think it's important to influence others into believing that ceramic pieces like these are important in a person's heritage or culture. Both Talavera pottery and Mexican culture have a great connection to my identity as well. Previously stated in my life, I have been surrounded by traditions and norms in Mexican culture. So the influence has been upon my behavior, my lifestyle, my way of thinking, just everything. And I believe that living a humble, joyful, and family-oriented life is truly important to me because it's what I've been taught by my own culture. And these experiences that I've had are filled with a fusion of colors. And like Talavera pottery, it is one of the best artifacts to represent the fusion of colors in my culture. So in conclusion, the significance of a artifact can represent so much to a person in several ways. And while my speech has contained some important information about Mexican culture, it has contained information about my artifact, Talavera pottery, and also both information on Talavera pottery and Mexican culture in my life. I do strongly encourage you guys all to go on Google and research Talavera pottery and see a great example, maybe better than this one, and see the sequence of colors that there are in other artifacts. You may just see that pieces like these are also a resemblance to your own culture.